Hello! Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back. Here we are. It's Monday afternoon, August the 13th, and today is day 8 and the beginning of the second week in a row of the Kingdom Hearts Marathon. How you doing? How you doing? So, I was thinking about it. I was actually typing out the week 2 or day 8 in some stuff for posts to let people know that we're live. And I went, we've been doing this for, this is the second week. Oh man. Oh golly. I'm dying. It's okay. I'm alive. I'm pretending to be. Today, we're gonna play video games. Last stream, we played for over 7 hours. A little bit haphazard, but we made it through. We played the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2, got through the tutorial and the first 3 worlds here. In between streams, I grinded up a couple of levels because that's important. And we should be ready to go. We've gotten through some of the more absurdly hard parts of Critical Mode, at least when you're casually playing it. Specifically this world. There are just some encounters here that are just the pits, but we're looking good. I naturally got to Valor Form level 3, so that's kind of dealt with for right now. We're looking pretty good. Damage drive's gonna help quite a bit. I woke up today, just felt a little burnt out, just a little bit. I took a walk. I took a walk, picked up some food. Mostly for later. And I'm gonna kind of sit here, talk to you, play video games for a while. We can chat, have a good time. Maybe have guests, depending if they end up being around. But next up we have Disney Castle, so let's jump into it.
This is your castle. Must be nice to be home, huh? Well?
You know, something just don't feel quite right.
Yeah. Move it! Let's go! Queen Minnie needs to see you! The castle's in danger! Hurry to the library!
A little bit of house cleaning. If you weren't here in the last stream, we broke through to 225 subs. Thank you to that. Thank you to no one in particular for helping us reach that. Now at the point where we can have even more emotes, so I'll try and get some figured out there eventually. But we're up to 14 slots, and that feels great. Oh yeah, I should probably make my customization not confusing to me. Hey, I love watching the streams. The best friend cast still going on. Don't worry, this shit's gonna be on YouTube later. Not to worry if you need to miss any of it. If I could, I would have missed the movie portions of this marathon, but I can't. I live here. How dare you? I was trying to beat the clock on that. I'm gonna make it a note to kill a decent amount of enemies as I go through the game, because if I don't, I'm gonna get under-leveled pretty quickly. I tend to be pretty low-leveled, but, you know, gotta try and get something going. Thank you, Poke Slot. for subbing to the channel. Appreciate it. Enjoy all those emotes. Also includes the sword dabbing, and that's probably our most used one already. How far into the game are we? We're at least like a quarter of the way through. The second 50%, the second half is much shorter than the first. So, that doesn't mean that this is gonna take a crap load of time. I suspect if I really push it, I could get this into 3 streams. We'll see. Oh man, is that Tales of Creed? Oh man, Creed. It's great to see you. You should join me. I should continue to practice my Creed impression that apparently is good. Oh, it's just a dodge roll. Alright. Here, I was thinking it was like some bomb disarmament reaction. I'm not joining you. I'm not gonna join you, KZ. I have better things to do. Like what, Creed? I cry about my girl. Fucking hurts. Don't make fun of me. Sorry. I'm sorry, you decide not to join me. This is the only thing I can do to cope, is to bring my own Creed to class. Whatever, I'm leaving. Go away. You died, lol. I could read Creed like a fucking book. I like how the term weeb got into niche internet popular culture at some point, where they're like, we're gonna use this because you like anime. That's not what that word means, though. Why does that always happen? Well, to be honest, any southern accent that I end up putting on tends to just be me doing it on purpose. I might stop by later. We're gonna drop out now. Kya. Well, Kya to you too, Creed. I might get the 1.5, 2.5 collection when the Spider-Man PS4 releases next month. Neat. Boyle! Big fan of Goofy's noises. When you're freaking out for K. I was saying a lot of words, to be quite honest. Saying a lot of words. There's a little bit of gagging. A little bit of gag. A little gag. There we go. I can get the rest of the experience just from murdering all these tall dudes over here. Once we get in that big room.
Your Majesty, Twin Many will back. You're here.
Your Royal Highness, did you happen to summon us?
the king.
Excuse them, this is our friend Sora. Sora!
She's like, oh yeah, you do look human.
In his letters, he said you're a very brave young man.
So, do you know where he is?
Your Majesty, what your Highness doing in your castle? Oh my, so those are the Heartless.
Don't worry, we'll take care of him.
How many more characters will be added to Smash?
I know
I'm
I
pretty
can count on
satisfied
you,
with the
Sora.
roster.
Now there's something
Sakurai
I want all of you to
specifically
come and
points
see.
out in his video that they still have a few that they're going to show over the next, in the future. And that was before K. Rool, so probably a good
I
few.
forgot to warn everyone else in the castle about the danger.
If I was to
We
guess
must be sure
newcomers,
they
no
get
more
us
than
somewhere
3.
safe.
Okay.
Echoes, probably
Tell
like
him.
6 or 7 to be honest. They
We
probably
just
have
got
some
a
more of
smile,
those to
Donald.
just dump.
I'll make sure that everyone knows what's going on.
No, Sora, you just get lost.
I mean, his
Okay,
big head
then
still
I'll stay with
scars
you.
me. No, man, it scars you?
Then see you
What's
later.
wrong with Minerva Mouse?
The audience chamber, right, ma'am?
Yes, Sora. Let's be on our way.
Guys, he's born. Hi, Graham Cracker. Welcome to the stream. Anything I can make, I can. I can make thingies. I can make thingies. Damn it. I've been bested. I can no longer make thingies. But one more. One more, I'll level up. Alright. It's just Canadian Mickey Mouse.
Let's go.
I recall there just being a way to, like, push her. Yeah, we can just... Apparently you can just push this bitch. Hold on. Hold on. We're gonna push this mouse. Oh my god, that's so stupid.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Speed boost.
Just one moment. As soon as the trouble started, I made sure to seal this room. Now then, shall we?
Oh yeah, of course, can't forget Chicken Little. We got him instead of Pixar characters.
Not here too.
I got him.
Hold on, let me just give you an adjustment.
This way.
Be careful not to give yourself any boo-boos. Not gonna lie, These are really stupid designs.
Let's go.
Like these big spinning tower things. Can someone tell me what they're based off of? I have to assume they're referencing something.
Yeah. 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 Let's go.
It's like, I know they're like tower-like, but some about it makes it like feel like they're supposed to evoke something. I don't know.
Yeah. This way. Let's go. Yeah.
Then again, I have no idea what the fuck, like the floating elemental heartless that came in Cage 1 are. Besides potentially like air fresheners. I will not be betrayed like this. I'm coming, Minerva!
Let's go. This way. Let's go. This way. This way. Let's go. Heal. Let's go.
Good, I need defense. Please do.
This way.
Is there only one left? Oh no, there's one right here. Usually you could kind of rush through this, but I like killing all of them because they're not incredibly difficult. They give you a lot of experience.
This way. This way. This way. This way. This way. This way. Let's go.
So is Mickey a nickname for McFaniel? No, Michael. Michael Mouse.
Huh?
You didn't have to do that many. I'd be willing to like fight those two. Like I'd like it. All right.
Whoa.
I don't put any limits on people joining the stream call. It's all up to them personally.
Our castle has always been safe from worlds that are evil.
It's usually down to who wants to join. It's not really.
Which we keep down there.
I don't give out golden tickets, my friends. Be like, here you go. You have obtained the key. You may join now.
This
The
is
distinct
castle's
privilege!
Oh, but look. The thorns. They must be the work of someone very evil. I wonder what this could mean.
I mean, this should be obvious. PMs and calls.
No way.
Well, well, well. What have we here? If it isn't the wretched Keyblade holder and his pitiful lackeys.
Now you're gonna deal with me.
All in good time. I promise you'll be able to partake of my vengeance, but you must be patient.
Just what are you doing here, Maleficent?
Ah, Queen.
Do you watch the new DuckTales series? I do not.
I'm here on a proper.
I have to say, I'm not watching any television shows, anime or otherwise, right now.
I have in mind. I suppose I'll just have to fill every room with my personal touch of darkness.
You'd better stop right now if you know what's good for you.
I don't know why she thought that would work. She's literally a
Very
ghost.
well. I'll stop.
She's like an illusion,
Just as soon
a
as the
projection.
castle belongs to me.
Such a shame. It's quite good. I'm sure it is. I don't watch many, Jesus Christ. I don't watch many regular, Western cartoons to
Nothing
begin
like
with.
this has ever happened before.
Like at most, I'll watch a couple of anime that I might be interested in, and, that's about it.
We should go ask somebody.
And then maybe I'll catch up on a show of some sort off Netflix
Yes,
that's usually live action related or
Merlin
something.
just might know something about this mess. Let's ask his advice.
We saw him in Hollow Bastion, right?
Yeah, let's go.
Does Ruby count as anime? It counts if you want it to. If you want it to count, it counts. Same goes for the Avatar The Last Airbender. The only people who really care are those people that you want to stuff in lockers at school.
Anybody home?
The castle's in danger.
What is all that racket? Oh, I thought, it's you. It looks like you've learned a bit since the last time I saw you.
Really?
Wait a minute! Let's talk about the problem. It's Magnificent. She's back.
Where? Inside the castle?
Yup, and Heartless too.
Oh dear.
Magnificent wants to send over the whole task and all that. She filled the whole of Thunderstorm with tiny bags and she's kind of afraid of There's Heartless and everybody in the castle.
I'm a big fan of them finally doing a bit of no one understands what the fuck Donald's saying.
Perhaps I'd better just see for myself. Interesting.
What's happening, Merlin?
This is not good. In fact, I'm afraid it's quite serious.
What's that?
My boy,
There's a door.
that is a gateway to a special world. Someone in that world is responsible for what's going on in this castle. Of that, I'm certain.
Oh boy!
We knew we could count on you, Merlin.
Then we should go get him.
Wait a moment. The perpetrators must be stopped, of course, but there's something else to do first. Somewhere in that world, there should be another door that's identical to this one. I believe our enemies are utilizing that door. As long as it remains open, the castle will be in grave danger. Listen carefully, Sora. You must find that door, and when you do, lock it with your Keyblade.
Got it.
You'll get down on us.
And now, one more thing. You're heading into a very special world.
Isn't Merlin training them
While
under
you're
the
there,
hyperbolic
nature of
time
that
chamber?
world may tempt you to do something dark. You must resist that temptation at all
Yeah,
costs.
if you're talking about
What do you mean?
Kyrie and Axel, yeah, that's
You'll
happening.
know soon enough. I have faith in you, my lads.
They pointed out, and we only know this statement thanks to the Kingdom Hearts Orchestra having additional plot in the form of pamphlets. And I believe during the first Japanese showing, they had Kyrie's Seiyu come out and talk a little bit. Is that they said that Kyrie is doing training with Axel in a place where time is suspended so that they can be stronger in time for KH3. There was also something about a scene involving Naminé talking to the lingering will of Terra's armor, which was also something that they put in the orchestra. Which, what was it? Everglow's Kingdom Hearts timeline actually created as a cutscene from the ground up, which was very nice.
What's going on?
And included it in an appropriate spot.
Deja vu?
Really? Have you
It was
been here
implied
before?
that Lee was in the same chamber. I guess, yeah.
Hey, you! Seen any
Cool.
bad guys around here? Why, you oughta... Nah, I don't have time to waste on punks like you, so I guess I'll go easy on ya.
Well, there's our villain.
Yeah, Everglow has a lot of dedication on that timeline. It's very well put together. Again, big fan of this world because they went the extra mile with a lot of stuff. Of course, changing out the models, removing the detail, grayscaling it, new portraits. And of course the music playing basically in like low quality mono. To the point where even the voice clips are muffled.
Yeah. Yeah. Thunder.
It's real nice. Still really dislike Lee's Keyblade. It's a tad bit overdone. Yeah, I can kind of see where you're going with that. To be honest, I'm hoping that he gets some sort of an outfit change in 3, because a lot of fan artist versions look a lot better, and I feel like a new Keyblade to go alongside his new like outfit would do his character a lot better. To be honest, I would have liked to, like, a whole redesign with him would have been really cool. So I'm hoping something like that happens at some point in that game. That'd be neat. Got experience boost, that's pretty good. See, even though they give you like 50 AP at the beginning of the game, and I got 2 extra, I'm already running out if I'm clicking every ability. You eventually have to like come to a decision on a lot of this stuff. I bet I can hit that. Oh, you motherfuckers think you can stop me? I will get it. It is mine. For those just tuning in and maybe wondering how we're going to be handling some of the side content of the game. I'm doing all the bosses, I'm doing all of the worlds, and I'll be loading up a file for most of the boss stuff. We'll be doing all the mushrooms, and I'll be beating the game on a perfect file, which should be my file that has all the crowns done and 100% complete journal. And we're gonna do that. Which means we'll be able to see the secret ending that is you hardly ever get to see on a normal playthrough. So that should be fun. Let me see how I'm doing on the puzzle stuff. I'm missing 3 slots on that. Yeah. I'd have liked to complete one of these, but we'll see. Yeah, they just add a slight color tint for each form, which I think is nice. Visual details in UI was the one thing that kind of shows how close to being done Kingdom Hearts 3 is. Where you kind of just see slight different visual differences. Like seeing the different world UIs was a big thing, but also the characters' look in the bottom right slightly being updated. Like how in the Pirate's world, Sora's hat's bandana changes color depending on his form and stuff. Only 5.5 months until Kingdom Hearts 3 is out. Only another month until another trailer. Just think about this. it's not even till December they're gonna put out that trailer that'll probably spoil major plot aspects of the game. But I'm gonna watch it. You know why? Because fuck them. That's why.
You
Of course
new
I am.
around here?
Cut the act.
Whoa.
Some do media blackouts on video games. I don't do that.
You know, something doesn't seem quite right here. Are you sure you're...
Because in the end, it can never be worse than Final Fantasy 15's trailers. It can never be as bad as that, where they're like, we're gonna show you like the final cutscenes in a trailer.
I gotta go find the little runt what stole my boat.
Maybe we made a mistake.
Remember when Big Hero 6 was one of the first confirmed worlds? Yep, and we'll see it next month.
Sorry we attacked you like that, Captain Pete.
Oh yeah? Well, if you're really sorry, then go find my steamboat.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my hickey back.
Big Hero 6 would fit well with TGS, Tokyo Game Show, San Francisco. I believe it was like half a month maybe, after we got the big news drops for KH3 in June. It might have been during the E3 interviews, where Nomura said this is what was going on with Big Hero 6, and they'd like to show that world next during the next information timing. That was... just means the next trailer. Quite curious if a major spoiler gets leaked before the JP version, like the entire plot synopsis of 15. Would you ignore it or read it? I don't really know, to be quite honest. I'm gonna be honest. I did read the plot synopsis to 15, but even with that like description, it made this game sound incredibly bad. And then when I experienced it, every moment still hit the exact same way. So it was still, you know, it didn't affect my enjoyment. Any of it really being confirmed to be real. However, it is funny because it effectively points out the one part of the game that they cut out from Final Fantasy 15, which is funny. But I don't know if I would read that or not. I don't really expect that to really happen, no. What I would expect to happen is that it breaks street date and people are streaming it and Square is scrambling to get streams off YouTube for it. That's something that'll happen. Someone's gonna upload the final boss. Anyone who gets a copy of the game through Street Date and does that, they're able to do it. It's just on the person who owns the game to do takedowns of the videos then. Yeah, I like how they ultra exaggerate how thin Sora's limbs are in here. They are naturally thin in game, normally. Did you see Doom Eternal's gameplay? I did. Dude, they added quick dashes and grapple hooks. And they said you shouldn't call demons demons. That's not progressive. You should call them mortally challenged. That's a good-ass game. I highly suggest not going on YouTube recommendations. There are totally browser extensions you can do for YouTube to filter out certain videos. There's one for Chrome where you could just enter in certain terms, and if those terms show up in a video title, description, or tags, that video will not appear in the sidebar or even searches. And I did it for Persona 5, and I straight up looked up a song from the soundtrack that someone had linked to me. I clicked it, as it attempted to load, it then just auto-redirected before even the player could appear to just the YouTube homepage. So there are plenty of ways for you to avoid it. It's kind of up to you to either not engage with it by not going online or taking necessary steps to avoid it, because the fact of the matter is that you're not going to be able to stop people, and especially if you're a fan of something, you're going to end up seeing it a lot more based on recommendations. So it's just something that we can't avoid, and we can't just like stop that flow of information as much as we would want to. It's not reasonable as much as I would love for people to be able to not get accidentally spoiled, because that stuff always sucks. But you kind of just you have to go dark, or you have to forcefully darken parts of the internet through options and stuff of that nature, because that shit's just a mess. It's just a mess. We're gonna do the worst one first, which is the Firehouse one. Probably gotta import that Japanese version since we got it earlier. Got that earlier here in Korea. The dream is that the absolute fucking dream is that they made the mistake, or I guess not made the mistake, but the build of KH3, since they're coming out within a fucking week of each other. It's just like Nier Automata, where both translations are on the exact same thing. Because when I bought Nier Automata, I just did the Japanese version because it had the dub and the English localization and the options. In fact, it synced up to whatever region your machine was on. So that'd be the dream. So I could just, you know, import it then. I'll likely import it anyway. Mostly so if I want to do another playthrough. I very much doubt that that game's going to ever have dual audio, so I'd like to play the game and hear the Japanese voice track. I was about to say, did I win? I thought I won for a second. I was about to get hyped because I just killed those cars. I was killing those cars. I remember thinking, darn it, I got spoiled, but hey, I get the... Oh. Oh, that's unfortunate, just seeing the thumbnail and being like, oh man! No. That recommended extension sounds real good. May I have the Stream Squad role on Discord? Link your Discord to your Twitch, and it'll put you in that role automatically eventually. It's automated. It is automated. I don't have any control over that. It will regularly check for your sync every so often, so there's that. This is a fucking problem. I don't think I've ever seen Anti-Form Sora's, like Steamboat Willie look. Look at that. He's just having a good time. Oh, this might be good. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, somehow Anti-Form is the optimal strat for this. Because it has those good juggles and really good damage. Shake my hand. Wave your hand. Leave the room.
Well, that takes care of that. Hey!
Ah.
You absolute idiot. You've managed to fail at everything. And what's more, you foolishly thought you could take my place while I was away. Well, as of now, you're finished. Mark my words, there'll be no place for you when our time comes. Useless imbecile.
But I...
Nah, Anti-Form doesn't have a finisher because you can't kill bosses with it. Thankfully, it's only bosses. that need a finisher, so you can dispatch most enemies with it pretty well. Oh man, that's good. Just playing this for the first time, getting anti-form now. You've cursed it. You fucked up. Oh, you can kill it with bosses? Alright, I guess I forgot. For some reason I thought there wasn't. Now I'm remembering there is that one energy attack he lets out. Regardless, we are gonna take a little mini break. I gotta go use the bathroom. So talk amongst yourselves, and we'll do a little bit more of this in just a couple of minutes. Yeah. I don't know how to turn off a mic. Could it be this button right here? KZ, more like great guy, am I right? Gotti! Gotti, more like Gotti! Twitch.tv, more like a cool website. Boom! Hey everybody. How's it going? Just like that, Casey's numbers dropped immediately. I always knew Casey couldn't make good jokes. You know, it's a nah, okay. I was gonna set up the joke where I hit all the buttons as I banned you, but I won't do that. Anyway, hello. How you doing? How you doing today? I went to the bathroom and I also had to go do a couple of things. Let's do the rest of these and keep going.
Come on, he needs our help.
He's got it! All done, we gotta break this black hole. There we go. Yo, is that a rip in space? Hold on, let me hit it with my key a little bit. We'll figure that out. We don't have Magna or anything fancy yet. Don't lose his furniture! No, it's okay. You can make so many memes with Port Royal now in Kingdom Hearts. So many memes of just hitting the upgrade button.
Oh, for crying out loud. You didn't have to go and say that. Okay, I might have messed up every now and then, but I'm a lot more things than useless. Why, when I was starting out... Oh, I miss those good old days. What I wouldn't give to go back in time. What I wouldn't give. Huh? Hey, I think that's my...
Oh. Ugh. Oh. I've had to sneeze for like 20 seconds. I'm dying. Ah!
You think maybe we got bigger?
Hey, look at the toy cannon. What's he saying? Hey, they're heartless.
Yeah, I always hoped that they would just do the other Pirates movies because I enjoyed them quite a bit. And I'm really glad that they decided to do that. It was one where I didn't know if they would want to come back to that, but they totally did, and that's really cool. I just heard Donald Duck eat shit. Donald Duck! Stop it! These guys do like 60% of my health. That's it, I'm hitting the thingy. I don't have to take this! Damn it, he's up too high! Where's this thing? There we go.
Man, that was weird.
Look, Sora, over
I'd like to see an Atlantis world for Cage. So there's likely one world left that they haven't shown off, so we'll see what it is eventually. I'm excited to see what they end up choosing.
Fascinating. This appears to be a portal to the past.
Yeah, it was the strangest thing.
Stop gawking. And start thinking of a way we can use it to our advantage.
Okay?
Now, perhaps I could give you one more chance to redeem yourself.
Oh, thank you, thank you. You can count on me. So what do I do?
Patience, my dear. What have we here? Well, if it isn't the cornerstone of light. Now we can take the castle from those fools, but we'll have to proceed with the utmost of care.
Wyndham Moore said in an interview that he was really looking forward to recreating the Maelstrom sequence for Cage 3. You squeed? Yeah, I was very excited to hear him specifically call out the fight against Davy Jones because, you know, the last time I got excited for a world inclusion that was recapping a film, it was Hunchback, and then, you know, that happened. They wouldn't do Moana because that came out too recently. I see a lot of people kind of being disappointed that Cage 3 is focusing too much on recent CG movies, but that's kind of feels like it's almost the point. Like they want to capitalize on some of the newer films. Makes sense for them to actually like go through those next.
What are they building?
Because when I think about Disney worlds that they haven't really covered yet, I think of stuff. I think the only ones that are left are more on the niche category, or things that bombed in theaters, or people that movies that people really want but aren't as big of a household name. So it makes sense that they're going for popular, big, recent CG Disney films. It's also a representation of what more modern Disney is at this point. Also, CG films look a lot better. They just look a lot better. It's less that they look a lot better, it's that they're easier to port over to a video game. It's a lot easier to take a CG movie and then make it a game. That's what I meant. I desperately need a bit of a refresh in terms of good world rosters, because Birth by Sleep has one of the worst world rosters, I think, in the series. Because I just really don't care about... That first set of worlds, I don't care about at all. It's just a lot of older Disney films. Hercules again, but with one extra room. And I gotta say that I don't care for the space portion of the Lilo and Stitch movie. So they weren't doing a lot for me. And fucking Peter Pan again? Are you fucking kidding me with this Peter Pan garbage? I don't think we should be supporting awful abusers like Peter Pan. Hashtag me too. Fuck Peter Pan. Not a fan. I like how I'll probably lose this fight 9 times out of 10 if we didn't have the jumps.
How do you like that?
Hey, look!
Listen well. On the other side of this portal, they're about to begin construction on that wretched castle.
Like, I think about Cage 3, right? Like, let me think about the main Cage games. You want to do that, chat? Let's think about how do these games start with like their world roster. You got Kingdom Hearts 1, and that one ended up having, you have Traverse Town as your like opener, and then you have Wonderland. You have Olympus. Alright, Deep Jungle. Bit of a mess if you don't know exactly where you're going. That seems okay. Like, Wonderland I can't say I care that much about. Deep Jungle's kind of a mess, and Olympus is just Olympus. Probably the better done Olympus of a lot of them. Then you have Cage 2, and I feel like we should just count that first visit to Hollow Bastion, and then you have your first 3 worlds, which would be Mulan, Beauty and the Beast, and Hercules again. It's a better Hercules world. Mulan's good. Beast Castle, first visit of Beast Castle I'd say is average. I don't find Beast Castle very engaging. I mean, if you took the Zaldin part out of it, good lord, would that be such a boring world? It does get points for having 2 phases on its boss. I think that's really cool. There's not enough of that in this game. The fact that that giant possessor like transforms, I think, is pretty good. Then I'm not counting the DS ones because fucking no one. Hey, Hunter. When'd you come in? You little goblin.
Just now.
Okay. I'm recapping the first few worlds of each Kingdom Hearts game.
I can tell.
Yeah. I was kind of relating them to the newer ones. How are you?
Good. There's at least half a dozen flies in this room, and I fucking hate it.
Oh, okay. I was wondering why you were being so short and flippant. To recap, okay. That also causes that. To recap, chat, I feel like Kingdom Hearts 1 has a good starting roster. You got Olympus, Deep Jungle, and Wonderland. Could do without Wonderland. Could do with Deep Jungle actually being good the whole way through and not being confusing. KH2 is alright, but I'm not a super big fan of the Beast Castle stuff. Birth by Sleep's first few worlds are bad. I'm sorry, those are bad movies. I really can't say I care for that at all.
But don't you like Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo playing 30,000 times over a 30-second loop?
God, I'm so bored of all three of them. There's only one good part, and it's the music in Enchanted Dominion's good, and that's all you got there. All right, the first three worlds in Birth by Sleep suck. And then you get Dream Drop Distance, which has Traverse Town, which I find to be all right. I like how they remixed that world. And then you got... Well, you got, like, the first few worlds of that even being that and Hunchback, I guess?
Hunchback.
Yeah, you get that and Hunchback. Hunchback ruined my life.
Prankster's Paradise and The Grid.
Ah, yeah, I count the first three Disney Worlds. So The Grid, I think The Grid's alright. Hunchback is a blight on humanity. And Prankster's Paradise is fucking Pinocchio again, so I'd say it's better than Birth by Sleep, but not better than the other two. But all I'm saying is the Kingdom Hearts 3 has the best opening three worlds. I'm sorry. It's been ordained. Because it starts with a good version of Hercules, and then Toy Story and Monsters, Inc. That's absurd.
Oh, so those are the first three?
Yes. They said that the early game worlds are those three. Because you start with Olympus and the other two are early.
Means Kingdom of Corona's mid-tier then.
Yeah, they actually said that is a middle game world.
Take it as one.
Yeah. Frozen's probably mid-game as well. Pirates is probably one of the late game worlds because the frame rate started to die on that video when they made the trailer.
Not to mention the mid-boss in that world has more HP than Lingering Will.
I'm sure there's gotta be some, like, special command you do in that fight that knocks 3.5 bars off it or something.
Probably.
I don't expect that game to be like, alright, final boss has 45 health bars on it.
Donald, we'll come back for it later.
Oh, that's a neat little detail someone found. Someone was looking on the Smash Bros. Website at the assist trophies, and the one assist trophy that stuck out to people is Zero's, because right next to it they put in parentheses Mega Man, which implies maybe there's more than one Zero that will exist in that game in some capacity. Because otherwise, why you need to put Mega Man there? You didn't fucking label what the moon's from. You just put moon.
What other Zero would there be?
I hope their motives are complex, at least.
Please, no.
You're still wet behind the ears.
Then try us.
Yeah, I can't think of any Zeros at the moment. Unless they wanted to also include Mega Man 00, because good lord does that one look different.
What's that for? How about a change?
Yeah, Traverse Town exists whenever it needs to exist. You see, it's like Tetsuya Nomura's like idealized world where if you suddenly lost your house, you would have another house to go to that would be cool. Sid would be there giving you gummy parts.
You know what? That actually makes sense now, because in 1, fucking Geppetto's house comes like almost out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
So it just appears in the world when he goes there.
Yeah, it's implied, you know, your home, that becomes your place whenever your world's gone, and you
That
still
makes so much
happen
more
to
sense now.
you happen to exist.
Because that was
That's
the
why-
weirdest thing, where it's
Yeah.
like, there's no house here. No, there's
Yeah,
a house
what's
there.
up? I
What?
came back. It's been 5 minutes. How'd you get a house? You're already making gummy ship shit. Damn it, Chad. Every time I look away, I'm getting hit by bowling balls. I can't stand for this.
Oh yeah, how do you like the crackles in the HD version of the game? They added an intense amount of crackle to all the music.
Oh, for this section?
Yeah.
I do like that it sounds different, yeah.
I'm not necessarily the low quality, but I mean like there's a lot of static that I don't think was here in the original world for the music.
I do like the general effect that the sound has in this. I swear to God, chat, every time I run in a different direction the camera's aimed at, I run into a fire that does like a third of my health and kills me. We live in a suffering world.
You're still with... What's that for?
I'm still skeptical on Big Hero 6 and KH3 about how they could make it. You'll probably be fine once you see a trailer of it.
I just want the Keyblade to be nanobots.
I just want Sora to have a superhero outfit.
What if his superhero is just Riku?
God, he's so gay. Kingdom Hearts 3 is a gays-only event.
Actually, oh, you know what? I'm actually looking. How bad of a time did the hot rods give you?
Oh, the hot rods. As it turns
Yeah.
out, I got anti-form on my second attempt, which juggled them with no effort.
Oh, beautiful. Fuck
Yeah.
those goddamn things in the higher difficulties. Now, with the loading of the saves to do the crown stuff, are you skipping the Cavern of Remembrance?
I'll run through it, but I'll look and see if I have a file of doing those waves, but if I can't find it easily, I guess we will. In terms of the challenging, get through this part, where it's like multiple waves of nobodies.
I was more so talking about the Caverns variant of the hot rods. That are
I'll run through it at the very least and like fight the enemies, but the goal is to at least show things off. Oh no, he's very mad. Alright, we should be at the part where he makes us jump. The part where everyone kills Pete at.
It's over.
Yeah, Toy Story's Disney. They bought Pixar like in the mid 2000s.
It serves you right. Ow, 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 ow.
Around the time of KH2, the contract between Disney and Pixar was running out, and Pixar was getting increasingly more agitated at Disney because Disney wanted sequels for all of their franchises, and Pixar said we would never make a bunch of sequels to all of our movies, and pushed back against that. So then Disney bought them and said that they could have autonomy. And then a few later, Pixar did a bunch of sequels to all of their movies.
Nice.
That's called Disney playing the long game.
Would somebody tell me what's
Do it.
going on here?
But that's also why
do it.
that's also why Pixar never ended up in Kingdom Hearts, because the code for Buzz and Woody was not actually,
What kind of secret?
it wasn't a planned, confirmed thing. It was them making it and then approaching them and showing them what it would look like. And then they learned that they wouldn't be able to use that, so they didn't.
Yeah, because of all the stuff going down at the time.
Yeah. They have to ask Disney, and then they say whether or not they can get something going. It's like how Nomura specifically said that he had interest in putting Oswald in to one of the games, and recently they said that that would be difficult to get into. I don't know why. I don't, fucking 1% of Disney people care about Oswald the Rabbit.
I'll bet you the castle's safe and now.
Guess we should head back.
How are they going to handle crowds? Do a lot of it in cutscenes and have areas where NPCs are. People are probably going to really misunderstand how NPCs are going to work in Kingdom Hearts now. Where they're like, they did it. There's going to be NPCs everywhere. It's like, no, there are going to be a lot of big empty rooms still. But these worlds will have people living in them this time.
You won't get a scene like in this game where it cuts to her fighting the Hydra in Olympus Coliseum with the crowds cheering the ghost crowds cheering.
The guests were starting to enjoy themselves.
Let's have an acorn feast to celebrate.
We haven't done Agrobo yet, that one still
This
has
is why
my
I come
favorite.
here. The action, the people. Come on.
Welcome back.
It's the best
Because of your
part.
bravery, the castle
It really
is
is.
protected again. Thank you so much for all you've done. Good work, you guys.
Now, boys, I hope you didn't do anything reckless while you were there.
Of course not.
Yeah, at least they're gonna have visible excuses as to why NPCs disappear when you're in the gameplay. Instead of, they ran inside. It's like, I didn't see any that ran inside in the first place. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's gonna end up being stuff like, oh, the big fight's gonna be flying on Baymax in the air. There's not gonna be people in the air, or you're gonna go inside the villain's base.
Better have a good excuse this
Well,
time.
civilians wouldn't get into this base.
I know it's an important mission.
We had to evacuate this area over here. There's gonna be a lot of that. But they're already pushing NPCs anyway. Like in the trailer with the Rapunzel dancing sequence, where there's a shit ton of them there.
Going somewhere?
I'd imagine out of all the worlds, Kingdom of Corona is gonna be the one that has the most activity in that regard.
Yeah, yeah, most likely. They even recreated many of the, I guess, NPCs you could say that were in the movie. People like
There's one issue that a lot of people have with Rapunzel's model is that she doesn't have the buck teeth.
Oh, so they improved her.
It's a character trait, though.
Yeah, I know. I like that Disney created a movie that gave her flaws, and then Square Enix somehow out-Disneyed them.
Yeah, in that scene that Casey is mentioning in the movie, you can see that she has buck teeth.
Yeah, it's surprising. Usually Disney's the one that's more
we need
well known
Donald
for,
just a little longer.
you know,
How much
softening
longer?
edges around things.
Well,
I'll be back soon, Daisy.
Don't you worry, Queen.
Then again, it had to have gotten
They'll
approved too,
return.
please
because
tell
all
the
these
king
Disney
that
movies
we're
have
still
active
looking for
people.
him.
They had to like,
I will.
they had to go up
Say
to
yes,
whoever's in charge of each IP and say, "Is that okay?" Like how Nomura had to meet with John Lasseter and ask if Toy Story could be in Kingdom Hearts. You know, before John Lasseter was fired for being a creepy guy. Having a few too many hugs. I should have
put
known
the,
that dude wears Hawaiian shirts.
The scene of reference in Cage General.